Okay. Do you have a question that you want to lead with?
How you been feeling? How you been doing? Like overall?
Mentally, I think I tend to stress a lot, and I tend to doubt my ability and what I could do. So I've been having my moments, but I'm really just trying to work on myself and get better. What about you?
Similar to you, I am working on myself. I'm working on refilling my batteries, because I feel like towards the end of this year, I've been noticing I've been giving my all to any energy out there but my own. And so I'm learning how to refill my batteries, how to appreciate myself more, how to do the things that would be rewarded back to me. And so that's what I've been learning, and I feel like that kind of makes me feel like a homebody now, because I'm just trying to be like in my zone. But thank you for inviting me out tonight.
Okay, I have a question. Do you have a problem with saying no? You do?
Yeah, that's why sometimes I can become as a flake, because I know, or sometimes I tend to, it can be multiple reasons, but the main ones be, one, I forget that I have something pre-planned. Two is that I am very indecisive, so meaning like I'll be ready to go out and stuff, but the moment that something that day, like some people, like let's say I have to work and I'm like not feeling it, but then the moment I go out, I'm like, oh my god, I feel happy now, like, you know, like it's just indecisiveness. And then the third reason is like, I know I can't go out, but I still want to just please people. So I think that's my also reason why I'm like, can't say no.
Alright. Me? Yes and no. Like, I'll beat around the bush. Well, like, outright, I'll say no. But a lot of times, oh my god, I got freaking catch up. But a lot of times, it's not that I have like a problem saying no. I have a problem with overextending myself to everybody, trying to people please. And it's like, I could say no, but it's like I don't say no, where I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do it for you. Like a lot of my friendships and my family friendships, my relationships, everything, where I'm just like continuously there. No matter if I gotta go wash my ass, brush my teeth, like they could call me right now and be like, I need you right now, Zania, and I would be right there, you know? And that's what I have a problem with, consistently just being there and not prioritizing my needs first before I'm there for anybody else.
That's me. Yeah, that's me. I guess this kind of leads into a conversation about Black women health in particular. So in my opinion, I feel like growing up there was never an outlet for Black women and Black girls to like put their mental health first, to put themselves first, because I feel like in my family in particular, like it's always me taking care of my family, or it's like me have to sacrifice my time for somebody else. But when it came to for vice versa, like of course I'm very grateful for the family I have now and like all that stuff, but growing up I always felt like I didn't have that outlet for like how to like address those emotions, those thoughts, those like concerns, that feeling. So I'm like, so what's your stance on how Black women health, mental health right now is in the state right now?
I think I just thought of something like really mindful. I'm just like, my mom was taught how to be a survivor. She had to grow up fast. Simultaneously, she taught me how to be a survivor and to grow up fast. It's like my mom had to be an adult at a young age, where she trickled down her generational trauma to me, where I had to take part in, like, you know, what she used to be. Because me, my older sister and my little sister, they were both raised very different from me. Like, if you could ask any family member, I was raised different than my older and younger sister. And my mom taught me how to be just like her, because my mom I love her, but she's a people pleaser. She doesn't know how to say no, and she just has a lot of trauma, and it trickled down to me, where she made me to be this person who's consistently there for her family, being the main, like, being a provider, feeling like making, like, sometimes, you know, will make me feel bad for not sitting up and, you know, taking care of my family. And I just feel like there isn't any spaces, because our moms, our grandmothers never had those spaces to evolve themselves. So it's like the only thing that my mom knows, like, she doesn't have no safe spot. So how was she gonna teach me that? And especially, like, right now, when I look for comfort in my mom and, like, apologies for the trauma that I went through too, it's sorry. Ooh.
Oh, this is how that gets you.
I know. It's kind of like she apologizes, but in a way that feels like she doesn't know. It's not her time to learn.
Is it like the I'm sorry if, like, that one?
More like, I'm sorry, but are you gonna, like, hold it against me my entire life?
So actually, kind of like for my family, we always have a cycle. So from my grandma, from my dad's side, from my mom and to my sister, they were pregnant young. Like, my mom was pregnant at 18, my grandmother been pregnant at 18, my sister at 16. And so I guess, like, it's that standard that my mom, like, she wants me to be a vision that she never had, or a vision that she wants me to be. And so she was kind of strict, kind of controlling, but also, like, I know it came out of love, but that's not the love that I needed, or, like, I felt like I wanted love to in a different light. And I think my mom doesn't know how to show that. Like, she's not emotional. Like it's weird to say. I felt awkward hugging my mom. I'd be like, hey, okay, you know what? Nice talking to you.
I think more for me, how I was raised is I was raised in a very, like how I was telling you, I don't know how to do, like, self-discipline. Because I was raised in chaos. You know, we were loving enemy chaos, everything. Like, we were everything. Where, like, my mom would hug us and kiss us and care for us. And my mom was a good mom. But I feel like she just was trying to heal her inner child and heal all the trauma that she went through, where even though she was a caring mom, she still had a lot of faults that hurt me. So, like, when growing up, like, everybody, it was very open. Before I was homeless, we used to have houses, and our house would basically be the party house. My older sister would have her friends over. We'll always have, like, Thanksgiving at our house. Like, we consistently were, like, an open house. My mom would walk around naked around us. Like, we have been, like, very comfortable. Like, I've been very comfortable. But I see what you mean by the uncomfortableness to hug with your mom, but I feel uncomfortable being honest with my mom, because I don't want to I don't want my mom's vision of who I am to be tarnished. You know what I mean? Tarnished. But if it makes sense, I don't want how my mom's views me to be tarnished, where I've always been the caregiver, the one who always gives. Zania will always be there for me. And even though I love that so much, the only reason why I was doing that is out of survival skills. That's how I knew how to survive. That's how my mom taught me how to survive. So if I stop being those things, then I'm a horrible person, because that's not the person, you know, how people view me.
I feel like I'll make a correction. My mom is a loving person. She loves in her ways, and sometimes, like I said, people want to receive love in a different way. And I feel like I'll always be appreciative and grateful what she has done for me. I just think as an adult, I realize that I feel like Black girls should be okay to express themselves emotionally when it comes to being safe, being invulnerable, and not have that vulnerability being taken care of or being taken away from them as like, oh, like their emotions don't mean anything, or their emotions are like little, and we gotta take it, we're strong, like we gotta take it with it, like take it to the head and you be okay, stand back up, you know. I feel like there's a moment where I'm starting to realize I don't always gotta be the soldier. I don't have to be the knight for me. Like, exactly, I deserve to be in a soft state of mind of feeling comfortable with my vulnerability, being okay with the way I think, the way I move, the way I should not doubt myself every corner I go through. You know what I mean? Like, every journey I go through, like, I have 10,000 doubts coming my way, and I feel like it stops me to reaching my higher self. And so, actually, let's talk about that. What is your vision or your version of your higher self? Like, what do you imagine your higher self to be?
What do you mean, like spiritually, or like?
I feel like spiritually.
What do I see myself doing in the future?
I feel like it can go both ways. I feel like spiritually and like spiritually and physically, like, where do you see yourself in the future? Or where do you see your higher self?
Okay, I know this made me sound weird, but ever since I've been younger, sorry, I'm over here caressing your freaking, was I touching you? Oh, I thought this was a chair. I was like this. I thought I was touching you. But I always knew that my purpose was in life was to be like, put my word out there, you know what I mean? Like, even though growing up, like, I was very shy, I was not talkative as a kid, because for me, especially when you first met me, probably, I'm very quiet and very observant, where I would have to observe people before I can step out and be like, okay, this is who I am. This is actually who I am. Ha ha ha. You know what I mean? Because I have to feel out energy. What the fuck am I going with that? I'm so sorry. I have such bad ADHD. That is like, oh, like me going on a tangent about that. It wasn't even the question. Sorry.
No, you good.
Next thing.
I was understanding.
I know, but it's bad. I need to stop going on tangents. But what I was trying to say, how do I see my higher self? What I was trying to say is that I always knew that my purpose was to talk to people in some way, get my word out there in some way. I had people like tarot readers and spiritual people tell me that my purpose is to, you know, spread love and give love and to like talk to people. And there's also like one of my signs, like in my natal chart, is that I will like what I'm like supposed to be is like a speaker, a natural born speaker, somebody who's supposed to get their word out. And I was like, a cult leader? No. But I do think that in this new day and age, my way of getting myself out there is social media. And I've always said this, like, I want to do social media. I see myself in the future, because I don't think that when people are musicians and they do all these things.
I can't say musicians. Wait,
musicians.
Yeah.
Like, when they do all of these things, it's not going to last forever. Nothing is going to last forever. So in my mind, once I get that type of fame, I am going to use the fuck out of it for the years that I do have it. That means building my own houses, sell it, like having land, doing Airbnbs, investing my money, investing into other companies, trading. Like, I never want to just stick to one thing. Like, my vision isn't just to be a content creator. My vision is to be a businesswoman, a businesswoman who is going to be a multi-millionaire. I'm going to build a fucking legacy. You know what I mean? Like, when people see, like, when I tell people, it's like, oh, I'm just a content creator, that's what they think I want to do. That's not what I want to do. This is like the beginning stages of it. This is me getting myself out here. But once that stuff starts picking up, it's gonna be bigger than what it, you know. So how I just envision myself is to be a businesswoman, a multi-millionaire businesswoman. My name will be fucking known,
right?
Period. And yeah, I
no
just
back talk.
Where do you see yourself?
If I can put an example, the content creator and influencer Jackie Aina, one thing that I love about her is that she's unapologetic. Yeah, she is her, and she is comfortable with her skin, and I feel like what that means is that's her superpower. Like, she's gonna say what she want to say. She meant it with her chest, and she don't have no apology for that. And I feel like for my higher self, for example, spiritually, I feel like I am content with the life that I was born to be in. And what that means is that my name is Anaya, or my name is Anaya, means care. And I feel like I'm meant to show love and support and care to others. And I'm realizing with my higher self, I need to require that back. If I'm giving you 50, I expect 50 back. If I'm giving you 100, you're gonna get me 100 back. And then that means that, like, it's not money. It means that, like, emotionally and in any type of relationship, that's where I'm showing my care as. And I think my highest self is I feel like money or no money, I always say, live comfortably. I think that my highest self is having a life that I am not used to. Meaning, like, I'm so used to like my house like having like some holes in it. I'm used to like very minimal stuff, and I feel like, example, Jackie, she lives in a gorgeous house, and she has the top of the top because she deserves that, and she knows she just deserves that. And I feel like my higher self would know that, hey, I deserve this luxury apartment, I deserve this, I deserve like a Louis Vuitton bag, and I have no regrets, no doubts, and I'm grateful for the universe and God to give me that, and I'm grateful for myself at the end of the day. And so I think that's where my higher self wants to start because I don't know how in general it looks like, but starting, I feel like that would be like my feeling of like, oh, I reached it. This pretty much not apologize for anything I do. I don't even know, because I keep saying sorry at work.
No, I think I'm the same way too. I just say sorry not because I'm actually sorry, but because, like, I keep on saying that, like, it's not because I'm actually sorry, it's just because of trauma. Like, it's just trauma where it's like my environment was like, I had to feel bad for hurting other people, even though, like, they did something to me. Where, like, at work, that motherfucker, they be like, sympathize with them, and I try to sit there, and all I could say is sorry. I'm so sorry. Even though I'm not. I don't give a fuck. Like, okay, it's so bad. But to piggy off what?
Yeah, because I'm sorry. Like, sorry to interrupt, but like, to the point of, it's like, being empathetic and being sympathetic are different, right? But it shouldn't be forced. And it feels
like it's being forced.
It's kind of like that's why I feel like sometimes when I say sorry, I do not mean sorry.
Exactly.
Because I'm just saying it because it's like second nature to be like I'm not even doing anything.
I know it'll get you to shut up.
Yeah, like, you know, like, it's just like, oh, sorry.
It's a little manipulative.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know that if I just say sorry to you, you're going to be like, oh my God, thank you. And I'm going to be like, actually, I didn't fucking mean that, but okay.
You're like, all right, pop off.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, then.
But what you going to say?
To back off of what you said about, you know, you just want to live comfortably. I think that it's also trauma, too. But for me, no, not for you, for me. Sorry, I didn't mean to like. I was like,
yeah, she reading me.
No,
yeah,
no.
I was like, wow.
I feel like for me, why I'm just like, I want to build a legacy and have multiple avenues of money is because I just have not had a moment in my life where I could sit down and enjoy life and enjoy the money that I have, because I have always worried about a bill, worried about being homeless at a young age, worrying now. And I just feel like right now I don't want any possibility to ever come up once I start making that money to ever lose that money, period.
Right.
You know?
Like we were talking about earlier today, we were talking about we just want to spend money and not have no regrets, and we still have money in the bank. I'm like, you know, if I want to get a car today and I can get that car and don't have to worry about like, oh, I need to make that money back, I have to hustle, I have to work 24 hours a day in my life to get that money back, I should feel like, okay, I got it back.
Exactly.
All right. It's
like, I have double that in my account right now. I don't care.
Right.
You know?
The commas.
I should be able to go into fucking H&M with $2 shirts and at least buy 10 of them and not care. Except for looking at my bank account and be like, well, that's coming out of my rent money.
Oh my God. No, I hate, because you know, the one thing that sucks about working in a place where everything is there is like when you go in and you're like, okay, I got paid today, but then when you like get that like, oh, it's gonna be 98, and after 98, and then you say like, let me look at the bank account, and I'm like, okay, I can take a hit. I just don't want to think about that. Like, I just be like, here's the cord.
Exactly.
Put on the cord.
The black cord.
And like
$1 million
hey.
Credit card limit. And by agrees. But at this point, I think, but also like, how are you with relationships right now? Do you want to be in a relationship?
Yeah, honestly,
that's good.
If you asked me like a month ago, I would have been like, I don't know, but for sure now I am, because I think I'm more mature, if that makes sense. Like, not me out of myself at this point, but so I have a journal that I got 2 years ago, and within that journal, the first page, I was hanging out with this guy who I thought like he was getting very, very bare minimum. Not even that, but like certain things that were like bare minimum, and I thought that was like, oh my God, I'm eating it up. And then as I'm reading it now, not to say I was dumb, but I can tell how immature I was, and I was taking what it was. And so now, I'm not saying I'm requiring, I just feel like how I say this? I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and I like a challenge, and sometimes if the challenge doesn't work, I can move along. I feel like dating now is just like, I'm ready. I think before I was like, oh my God, I'm nervous, like how I'm gonna talk to a guy, or how it's gonna work out. Right now I'm like, I'm gonna just let it happen. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it does, it does. But yeah, I think I'm ready. Yeah. Or I believe I am ready.
I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, next year is just gonna be about me and getting my craft done, and just like working my fucking ass off.
You're like, I don't worry about my bag. That's a relationship. We are.
Exactly.
That's the law.
But okay, I'm gonna end it right here because this video is about to hit 25 minutes.
Oh, it is? Dang.
Yeah. It's 24:17. But I love you guys, and bye.